Okay, in this session, I'm going to introduce modeling. First of all, this central the central truss, and then the secondary beam for the roof panel. And we'll pretty much finish today's exercise, I think. So the central bit, let's start from the central. So we're going to make one module here, and I'm going to use pattern to replicate 5 times. Okay, so let's switch back to our file. First of all, we're going to come to sketch, define current work object, and then make a new sketch based on this plane. Original point will be this point, and then what we're going to do, we draw one line at the bottom, one line at the top, and let's constrain 2 lines first. So this line, if we constrain the length, right click to be the same as this parameter, yeah. And similar idea, this one will be the same as well, and we're gonna make this point. This point already constrained. So now we need to constrain this vertical movement, right? What we can do is we're gonna, let's say, how are we gonna do that? Okay, let's unhide this. So we pick this line, constrain to this sketch, this corner point, coincident. Okay, and then next we create the intermediate truss. So again, the middle point, remember how to do that, to midpoint. We don't actually need that vertical. This line is supposed to be, hold control down this line and the point, using definition, take midpoint. Okay, so now I'm going to draw from this line to this line, back to this line, and this line, and to this line. Okay, and now we need to make this point to the middle of this segment, right? So that's this one. So one quick way to link this point, this line distance, double click, right click, make that as this one divided by 4. So it's quadrant, right? Similar idea, this point, oops, sorry, this point to this line, point, okay, and then this line, using definition, I'll take distance, alright, so this one will be the same as the other side, okay. And okay, the reason why this one hasn't been constrained is because this point is supposed to be coincident to that corner point. Not fully green means everything fully constrained. Okay, and now we're going to output this bottom and the top line. Yeah. And using this output. Okay, so the reason is because we're going to apply different section. So the top and bottom will be this T section, and for the left will be just like a rectangle section. Okay, so switch back to here. Let's draw a section profile T section same as this T section, but with different orientation this time. Okay, so what we can do is we can copy this one, Control C, and highlight to this current sketch, and Control V it, and then rename it as So it's not primary beam anymore, it's become the long beam, long central beam. And now you right click, change the sketch support to this plane. Don't worry about that, let's just edit the sketch. Okay, so there's something wrong in the sketch, which I believe this line, you cannot lose the projection. And so this, let's constrain this central line, change back to normal view. Control this central line, constrain that to this plane. Right click, coincident, perfect. It's all green, right? And not finished yet. We're gonna mirror that to the top, so that we can, using this dual profile loft along this straight line. The way we do that, let's create a central line first. Again, it's gonna be a construction line. Click construction, make a horizontal line, yeah? And let's take, so how can make a central line? Let's first of all link this one to the horizontal plane, and we can get, okay, it's a bit tricky. So horizontal plane will be this one. We got the vertical, and we also will have the distance between this one and that one as a reference. So we link this one, right click to this reference, divided by 2. Okay, now we have this central line. And next we're gonna pick all those lines. Hold Control down. You can also, well, there's another way you can do that from the geometry if you want. Take this line and we take mirror, pick this central, so it's mirrored up, right? Okay, and if you want to move it a little bit downwards, you can, as long as you change this middle line, say as minus 0.02 meter. So shift down, right? Okay, now let's exit. So we're pretty much ready to make a solid, a new solid. Define this one. So we're gonna add a new solid. Let's call it a central long trough. Okay. And we will use the pad and take this profile section, right, let's make it a rip. So we take a rip, profile will be this section, curve will be this line, click OK, yeah? And next we're gonna do is, okay, we're still in this one, using pad, using seek and mirror, take this sketch and let's make it 5. Let's preview. Okay. Okay, so we can, right, if you want to get rid of little tips, just switch back to this sketch. No, this sketch. Right, so basically we can introduce, we can just trim off here. I won't do that in this demo. You can trim that little one down. Okay, save. you just quickly show you how to trim that. So let's hide this sketch the way we hide this sketch. So okay, rename it as the central truss. Okay. So this one, let's hide it. If you take this split, take element as this top face, change the direction. Yeah, otherwise only leave that little tip. Click OK. Get rid of that now. All right, and similar idea. Let's take the pattern as controlled by this spacing, and reference element will be this plane, reduce to 5. Done. Okay, so we have done this central truss. And next one will be probably the easiest one for those little rectangle secondary beams. Okay, so let's just save this video first.